Ladies and gentlemen and fellow Kenyans, welcome back to LifeLens TV. It is my wish and prayer that this video finds you in good health. Here at LifeLens TV, we are doing very well, alhamdulillah. My name is Jennifer Harrison, and the director of this video is none other than your boy, Peter Tosh Williams. Once again, welcome. Today we dive into a story of rise, fall and resilience, a tale that has left many Kenyans wondering about fate, ambition and the unexpected turns of life.
Guru naye ameenda China, guru mkure, ese guru mkure anachukua.
Abduba Dida, a former teacher, presidential candidate, and now a man behind bars in the United States. This is his disheartening story. Born in 1974 in Kenya's arid region of Wajir, Dida grew up knowing the struggles of poverty, but with a thirst for knowledge and justice. He rose through the education system to become a high school teacher, mentoring students and shaping futures at Nairobi's prominent Lenana school. But Dida was not just a teacher, he was a man of vision. In 2013, Abduba Dida shocked the political world when he announced his candidacy for the presidency. He wasn't a career politician. He didn't have the wealth or the powerful backers that others had. But what he did have? A sharp mind, unfiltered opinions, and a heart that genuinely sought to challenge the system. His wit, his humour, it endeared him to millions of Kenyans. He wasn't just another politician droning on about promises he couldn't keep. Dida told it like it was, calling out corruption and mediocrity in the system. His character? Uncompromising. But as we know, life has a way of throwing curveballs. Abduba Dida, the once hopeful presidential aspirant, is now serving time in the United States, far from the land he once dreamed of leading. In 2022, Dida was convicted on charges of aggravated stalking and transmitting threats. In a US court, his fate was sealed. A sentence of 7 years. 7 years that will see him behind bars until at least 2029. From the podiums of presidential debates to the cold confines of a prison cell. For many who followed his journey, this news was not only shocking, it was heartbreaking. How did a man of such promise end up here? Behind bars? We remember the teacher, the man who spoke of justice and integrity. And now we ask, what went wrong? Life, as they say, is unpredictable. But for Dida, his conviction isn't the end of the story. In fact, even from behind bars, he continues to fight for his religious rights, for his dignity. He has filed petitions claiming that his religious freedoms have been violated while imprisoned. It's a battle that speaks volumes about the man's character. He refuses to be silenced, even in the darkest of places. I think about Abduba Dida, the teacher, the man who once aspired to lead Kenya. His story reminds us all that no matter how high we rise, life can pull us down in unimaginable ways. But what's most important is how we respond. Do we give up? Or do we keep fighting even when the odds seem insurmountable? You see, Dida's story is not just one of personal tragedy. It's a reflection of the human condition. We all have dreams, we all face obstacles, and sometimes we all fall. But in those moments of failure, in those moments of despair, we are tested. And I believe Abduba Dida's test is far from over. There's a saying, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. Perhaps, after 2029, Abduba Dida will have a new chapter to write, one of redemption, one of second chances. And who knows? He may yet return to the public stage, not as a man defined by his failures, but by his resilience. Before we conclude, let's take a moment to explain the charges Abduba Dida is facing, specifically stalking. Now, stalking is a term many of us have heard, but what does it really mean in a legal context? Stalking involves repeated, unwanted contact or attention directed at an individual, which causes fear, emotional distress, or concern for their safety. It's not just about following someone or watching them from afar. It can involve persistent messages, phone calls, or even online harassment. In Abduba Dida's case, the US court convicted him of aggravated stalking, which is a more severe charge. This can occur when stalking includes threats or violates protective orders. Now this brings us to an important question. Why wasn't Abduba Dida extradited back to Kenya to face these charges? It's a reasonable question. After all, Dida is a prominent Kenyan figure. While it's not entirely clear from the information available, there are a few reasons that might explain why he was tried in the US instead. One possibility is the nature of the crime. Since the incidents occurred on US soil and violated American law, it makes sense that the US authorities would take jurisdiction. Another reason could be the lack of an extradition treaty for these specific charges. Stalking is a crime that is handled seriously in the US, and it's possible that US authorities believed it was more appropriate to try and sentence him there. There's also the fact that extradition processes can be lengthy, and some crimes committed abroad aren't always seen as priority cases for repatriation. Could it be that, in the eyes of both US and Kenyan officials, it was simply more practical to resolve this case where the crime occurred? While we may never have full clarity, it does raise important questions about international justice and how crimes are prosecuted across borders. As we wrap up, Abduba Dida's story serves as a poignant reminder of how even the most unexpected events can take a dramatic turn. Once a teacher, a presidential candidate, and a voice of hope for many, his current situation reflects the stark reality that our decisions, good or bad, have lasting consequences. At LifeLens TV, we explore stories that affect human life in the deepest sense, whether they are personal, social, economic, or political. And Dida's case intersects with all of these realms. It's a tale not just about crime and punishment, but about the frailty of human ambition and the thin line between influence and downfall. This story might be unsettling, but it forces us to ask important questions. How do the choices we make affect not just our personal journeys, but those around us? How does one's public image align with their private actions? And importantly, how does society handle its prominent figures when they fall from grace? As always, we aim to leave you with more than just facts, but with thoughts that linger. We hope you reflect on the intersection of human life, politics, and justice. Ladies and gentlemen and fellow Kenyans, we've come to the end of our program on LifeLens TV. I hope this story has given you insight into the unexpected twists life can take. Remember, at LifeLens TV, we believe that tomorrow is a brand new day. If you found value in our content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing these important stories to you. On behalf of our talented director Peter Tosh Williams and the entire LifeLens TV team, I'm Jennifer Harrison, thanking you for watching. May you stay blessed, and Alhamdulillah for another successful broadcast. Keep your lens focused on life, and we'll see you next time.